welcome back to another reading vlog. That's right, back-to-back reading vlogs. Who am I? I'm not sure. This week's reading vlog is strictly going to be that, a true reading vlog. So my last vlog last week was themed 2000-2005. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I enjoyed doing it, but like I said, it takes a lot of work with like clips and research and da-da-da-da. So I just wanted this week to be a week strictly of reading. So that's what I'm gonna do. And actually, this week's going to be like a Netgalley reading vlog. If you don't know, Netgalley is a site where you can request e-arcs and you can get approved, denied them, things like that. And as always, I have a lot on my list for that because since COVID, obviously publishers aren't sending out a lot of arcs in the mail, advanced reader copies, so a lot of them are much more able to send you like a Netgalley copy, an e-arc of it, and I have a lot of them. So the ones I want to read for this reading vlog, a couple of them come out this month and a couple of them come out next month. So I thought, let's just get to them. First up, the one I'm starting with is Kiss My Cupcake by Helena Hunting. It's a romance novel, hate to love, about a character that like opens up a cupcake and like cocktail bar in the next door. Like a man's bar opens, and of course the owners have like a hate to love romance. Sounds adorable. Also, The Roommate by Rosie Denon. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This one goes out in September. This is another kind of romance book about a character that moves in with this guy who is a male escort, I think. So that's gonna be interesting. Then we have Lows at First Sight by Suzanne Park, which comes out this month. Another romance book about a woman that works at like a tech company, and she starts to have feelings for her coworker, and it's like a hate to love thing. And then lastly, A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore, which comes out in September, and this is the sequel to, oh my gosh, Bringing Down the Duke, and it's a historical romance. I guess I could just call this a romance reading vlog. So it's a historical one that takes place in like the 1800s about the women's suffrage movement, and again, I think it's a hate to love one. I'm reading a lot of hate to love ones, so it should be a good week. Netgalley books, hopefully I can read more. I'm still reading Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I'm reading that very slow for some reason, but so this week is going to be a much more chill week as far as like filming this, because I'm strictly reading and just sharing my life, not a ton of other clips from other things. I just filmed, hence why I look decent, and yeah, hopefully I can get a lot of reading done. I also have a new tripod that I'm very excited about because my last one was a piece of junk, so hopefully this one will be a lot better. It seems a lot sturdier. I'm enjoying it so far. You guys really don't care, but a new tripod's a pretty big deal in my house because it means I can do better shots, I guess. I don't know. I'll update you later. Everyone, and sorry for the lighting. We have a big rainstorm right now, so obviously lighting's not the best, but I do want to update you on my reading. So I am 80% of the way into Kiss My Cupcake by Helena Hunting, and I am really enjoying it. It's exactly what I wanted. It's a hate to love romance. It's all about Blair, who opens up this cupcake and like bar. It's called like, what is their cupcake place called? Booze and Buttercream, I think that's what it is. And then right next door, we have a guy named Ronan who's opening up a bar and like an axe throwing thing. They have a competition. They like have a hate to love, and it's really cute so far. I know a conflict's probably coming up because that's how most rom-coms are. It's like, it takes forever for them to like get together, then they do, then there's a conflict, then it gets resolved, and a peachy keen ending. So I'm sure that's what I'm in store for, but I'm enjoying it, and I really can see myself getting this for. So I'll update you tomorrow on it because I will be done reading it, and I promise this vlog will get a little bit better. Today was just a busy day full of therapy and momming and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will put more clips in because I feel like this vlog is very short so far. It's one or the other with me, apparently. One or the other. Just another horrible rainstorm. Gracious. Everybody, happy Wednesday. Sorry in advance, you probably hear my son's little game that he's playing. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. I did want to update you on reading. I did finish Kiss My Cupcake last night by Helena Hunting, and I really enjoyed it. This is a prime example of to not give up on an author, I guess you could say, because I've read 2 of her other books before, but I know she's got a much more extensive backlist. I've read, Good Luck Charm, which I liked, I didn't love. Then I read Meet Cute, which I didn't like, and I wasn't really excited to read this one. And then I read the synopsis of it, and I was like, it sounds really cute, let's hope it is. And it was. It was everything I wanted to be. It was a love-hate story set in a cupcake bakery-esque place, and next door was like a bar with a guy named Ronan, and so Blair and Ronan had this competition going on, and hate to love, and it got steamy, and it got cute, and there wasn't as big as a conflict as I thought there was going to be, because usually that's kind of the formula which romance chick lit books kind of abide by. But I really liked it. It was just a perfect summer read. Cute, fun, not too much, and yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I liked it, was pleasantly surprised, so I'm very happy I gave this author another chance. Now, sometimes books by authors you don't like, but sometimes there's books by them that you really like, and I really like this one, so I gave it a 4 out of 5. So, the book I'm moving on to now is The Roommate by Rosie Danon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This one I don't know really much about. I know it's about a girl that has lots of brothers, I think, that she strikes out on her own, moves in with this total stranger, and she learns that I think he's a male escort. I could be 100% wrong. I've heard amazing things about this book. This one comes out in September, so I technically am breaking the rules. I should be going chronological order, but it is what it is. And yeah, I've really heard good things about it. And the other 2 books, like I said, I was planning to read is Loathe at First Sight, which I just looked at the reviews for, and they're not that great. Like, a lot of people were saying it's really pitched as a hate to love romance, and it's really just not that. And there's a lot of 2 stars for that. So I'm like, I want to give it a chance. I don't think that you should go into a book just looking at the Goodreads reviews and then just knowing and thinking that's what it's going to be for you, because that's not been the case for me a lot of times. So it does make me a little apprehensive, but I still want to give it a fair shot. So I'm going to plan to read that one next. And then I want to read, oh goodness me, A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore, which is a historical novel. But overall, it's going good. Hopefully I can finish off 4 of these in 7 days. If not, I might just extend this vlog. I don't know. But today's another day full of just house stuff, therapy, you know, typical mom life. Not much else to say. Other than this snacking child here. Hello, just wanted to film a quick update. I am 30% of the way into The Roommate by Rosie Danon. I need to look up her last name. This book is very interesting. So I think I told you guys it was about this girl that moves from New York to California, and I think she's living with an escort. I was somewhere right on that. So basically the whole premise of this book follows Clara, and Clara's like a socialite from New York or New Jersey, something like that. Like, her family's well known, and she's had this best friend named Everett for ever, and she's loved him forever. He lives in California, and finally he's like, just, you know, move out here, break out from your family and move out here, and, you know, you can be my roommate. And she's like, this is it. This is gonna be a chance to express my love for him. We'll get together. It'll be amazing. So she makes this really big sacrifice of moving out to California. And when she gets there, Everett's like, oh, peace out. I'm gonna go, you know, be on tour with my band last minute. You know, you can still have the room I told you at my house, but I subletted out my other room to this guy on Craigslist. Bye. And he just literally just leaves her. And I'm just like, why do you like this guy again? And so her roommate, his name is, oh gosh, Josh. And it turns out he is, not an escort, but he, works in the adult film industry.
Let's just say that. Wasn't expecting that. So yeah, just know that going into it. It is very interesting so far. They're becoming friends. She's trying to like be herself and not just be caught up with her family all the time. So there's that. I'm reading this slow because I don't know why I'm reading slow this week. I just am, but either way, there's that. I'll update you tomorrow. Maybe I'll finish it by tomorrow. We'll see. I want to. And I really need to, honestly. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. My hair's up because it's a hot mess, and I look like a hot mess. But you throw in some eyeliner and some earrings, and you feel somewhat decent to film a clip of your vlog. Hopefully that's okay. I still have not finished The Roommate. I am a slow reader this week for some reason. I'm 70% in. Definitely gonna finish it today. It is taking me a while because I did not expect it to be this graphic. And not that it's a bad thing at all. I just wasn't expecting it, but here we are. Learning lots of new things. But I'll update you more on that when I finish it. But I thought this vlog was kind of lacking. It wasn't having a lot of clips, you know, because, you know, quarantine life and all that stuff. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions. So here we are with a question and answer segment. What is your favorite show right now? Honestly, I don't watch a lot of new things because I'm just a very habitual person, and I just don't have a lot of time. So shows are one thing that I really will struggle to watch new movies. I'm pretty decent at, except for this year because obviously of COVID and things like that. But shows, like, what am I watching right now? Matt and I are rewatching New Girl, like just random episodes from that. We really love that. It's one of my favorites, so I guess that one. I don't know. There's just shows that I watch constantly all the time that I've seen 50,000 times over and over. New Girl, The Office, Parks and Rec, Gilmore Girls. Shall I go on? I should probably watch some new ones. Question is, how are the home improvements going? They're going. They're just going slow. We're still trying to finish up our bathroom, which hopefully I will share clips of here soon this weekend because he's working on the bathroom more this weekend, which is great because, you know, it needs to be done. Do you plan on doing YouTube forever? Do you have any other future plans? I mean, I don't know. YouTube, I think we all know, is not like a thing that you can predict if you're gonna do a year from now or 5 years from now. I'm lucky to have done it as long as I have, and my plan is to keep doing it as long as people keep watching. I like doing it. It helps honestly pay some bills and things in my house, so it's good for that as well because it feels like I'm contributing to my household. But I mean, I really enjoy it. So right now I don't have any, you know, future plans to leave, at least I hope so. But I hope, knock on wood. What is your favorite meal, takeout or homemade? Homemade, I love right now. I've made, like in my last vlog, the Santa Fe chicken foil packet where it's just like chicken. It's got black beans, corn, like rotel, that's like tomatoes. It also has peppers in it, and you just grill it, and it's really easy, and I think it's somewhat healthy, but I put a lot of cheese on it, but I like doing that. I also love when it gets to fall and stuff, I can make more of my favorite meals. Like I love making this Cajun pasta. I adore that. I also love making the sun-dried. I love pasta. Takeout, we don't do a ton of takeout, but like if we can get Mexican, we can. So I guess that'd be like that. What is your favorite fall drink and treat? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Do I like the pumpkin spice latte? Yes, I do. I'm a fan of that. I'm a basic white girl. I'm guilty as charged. Treat, anything pumpkin. Oh, one thing that we love is Pillsbury comes out with it every fall. It's like a pumpkin cream cheese cookie. Like we go through so many of those during the fall. Like I might even consider stocking up this year because we can eat them any time of the year. Like when I saw a picture of that the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till those come back in stock. Like I don't know why, we love it for some reason. What is your favorite thing about photography? I feel like I have not done photography at all this year because of COVID, and I do miss it. I don't miss weddings a ton because they just take so much time and effort and brain power, physical power. But my favorite thing about photography is just capturing emotions that people don't usually see. Some of my favorite photographs aren't staged at all. They're just the moments in between what you want to stage and not. The moments that you think no one's looking at. You know, when a mom's looking at her daughter and husband dancing together. Memories, I think memories are important to capture, and love. I just love capturing love into my photographs. What's the next project you're looking to do in your home? That's a great question. We have a lot of odds and ends to do in our house. Like I haven't filmed my bookshelf tour yet because my office area is not complete. I still need a shelf above my desk to be built, and there's some other little shelves I need Matt to build me. There's just other stuff, like we still need to put up, I think, some finishing baseboards in our bedroom, just other little things like that. I don't know what I think we're gonna take a break from a big project. So those things, and then maybe I think we're thinking about like painting our fireplace white or somehow doing that. I don't know, like that's the more go-to for that. Favorite Gilmore Girls episodes or favorites? Funny you should ask. I have a whole video on my top 10 favorite episodes of Gilmore Girls. So I'll link that video right here for you to watch. But spoiler warning, my favorite episode of all time is a deep fried Korean Thanksgiving from season 3. I'm obsessed with that episode. I watch it every Thanksgiving. I can't get enough of it. So there's a whole bunch of Gilmore Girl questions. Let's do this. Thoughts on Lane, Kim, and Zach? I don't like Zach. I've said that repeatedly. I'm not a Zach fan. I'd much rather have Dave. Why did he leave to go the OC? What a punk. But I just never liked Zach. I thought he was kind of a jerk. That's just me. Which of Rory's boyfriends was your favorite? I know it's hard. Like, I don't like really any of them. For like, I liked Dean in the beginning before he got really possessive and all this other stuff, and before he got really horrible with his wife and things like that. I did like Dean. Jess, I didn't love Jess. A lot of people are very adamant about loving Jess, but I thought Jess was just kind of horrible, and he definitely redeemed himself in A Year in a Life, but I don't know. Then Logan was just your classic, like, not the great guy. So I don't know. If I had to pick right now, I guess Logan, but I'm not like set on that. I don't really like any of them a ton. If you could force people to watch one 90s movie, what would it be? 10 Things I Hate About You, my favorite movie of all time. That's a classic. What are your fall essentials? I'm so glad you asked, because fall's coming up and your girl loves fall. Again, I'm a basic blonde girl. I live in leggings and boots in the fall, and sweaters. The amount of sweaters I own is obscene. Will I buy more this year? Abso-freaking-lutely, because they make me happy and I'm okay with it. So sweater, leggings, boots, also candles. I love Bath & Body Works candles. My favorite candle of all time from theirs is Marshmallow Fireside. I literally buy like 6 of them in a season and go through them all between September to like February. I'm obsessed with it. So those are my fall essentials. How do you find new books / the motivation to read when you've gotten into a reading slump? Honestly, one of my things I always say is go to a comfort genre for yourself. And for me, that's like chick lit. If I'm really in a slump, I will either reread one of my favorite chick lits of all time, just maybe skim it, and then I'll be like, oh, it makes me in the mood for a romance, and I'll pick up a romance, or I'll try to find a TBR book on my shelf that's romance that I really want to read, because those are really palate cleansers for me, and I can just fly through them, and they're always getting me out of a slump, like YA contemporary as well. So I would say, like, go back to your comfort genre, just a genre you can always read at any time, don't expect a lot from, things like that, I guess. That's my tip. Oh, how did you get your dog? What is their name? So this is my dog, right? So this is our dog. She looks very depressed per usual. Let me see if I can tilt this down so you can see her more. This is Cake. Her full name is Keiko. She actually, so we got her, we adopted her. We knew her from a friend, and they were gonna move, and we decided to adopt her because it had been over, it had been over a year or so since we lost our first dog, Colleen, which that was really hard for us. She, you know, passed away. And so we wanted to wait a while before we get another dog, because that's really tragic. So then we figured out Kate was, you know, not gonna have a home because her owners were moving and couldn't take them with her. So we decided to adopt her. She, will be 10 years old this November, so she's like our little old lady dog. And her name is Keiko. We call her Cake because she was actually born in Turks and Caicos, and she's a pot cake dog, which if you've never heard of that dog, don't worry, because neither did we before we got her. Pot cake dogs are a native to Turks and Caicos. They're kind of like, I guess you could say, mutts. Like, they're just, have a whole bunch of breeds in them. I don't know what kind of dog she has in her, beats me, but they're called pot cakes because that's what they eat at Turks and Caicos and things like that. So yeah, like I said, she's turning 10. She's an interesting dog. She's loving, she's very quiet. She's, you know, an old lady, but she also has had a lot of things happen to her in her past. Like, I think before her previous owner was amazing, but maybe when she was living in Turks and Caicos, because she's got a lot of anxiety, a lot of things scare her, and you know, she's not like a typical dog, that's what I'll say, but she's a good dog to us, and we love her so, even though, you know, she's very set in her ways. And that's the story with our dog Cake. So if you don't see her a lot because, you know, she's not a camera dog. She doesn't like run and play all the time because of her anxiety. So we just have to love her for her, and we do. Last question to answer is, how do you get so much reading done with your son at home? That's a great question. If you don't know, my son is autistic. I'm sorry if you are sick of me hearing that. I always feel like I have to preface in case I have new viewers that are questioning why my child screams, you know, things. I just have to throw that out there. He does like to play by himself quite a lot, and I will try to play with him when I can, like when he wants me to, but when he doesn't want me to play with him, I will sit on the side and read. You know, he swings a lot too, and when I'm swinging him, I read then. So I just try to find snippets of time during the day to read, and some days I read 10 pages. Some days I can read a whole book, honestly, if I have enough time, if we're outside, or, you know, he's playing a lot by himself, or he is maybe watching a movie, which he never really does, but I just try to fit it in spurts, and that's the only advice I can give you, honestly. That will do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that lengthy but somewhat decent Q&A segment. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them below and I can answer them in the next vlog that I will eventually do. This dog is actually about to go to the vet soon, here in a couple hours, just for, you know, an annual checkup to get things situated and stuff. For my almost 10-year-old pup. Look at all these grays. My poor Cakey.
montage, but it was just one of those days where I didn't film anything of the montage. But it is Sunday, and I'm here to say I have finished 2 books since I last talked to you. Last time I talked to you guys, I was pretty much almost done with The Roommate by Rosie Danan, which I have finished. I think I'm gonna end up giving this book a 3 out of 5, sadly. Really expecting a lot out of it, and overall I ended up liking it, not loving it. Like I told you guys, it's about this girl named Clara who was gonna move in with her best friend, the guy that she's in love with, that just kind of leaves town and leaves her with this other roommate named Josh, who is a adult film star. And it's basically about their relationship and it going into more. And I liked it, I just didn't love it. I did like the romance was great, but I don't know why. I think I just didn't connect with it a ton. But is it a steamy, fun, romantic novel? Absolutely. Like, if I'm honest, I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5, but I've kind of X'd half stars and I've decided to either round up or round down. And to me, it was a 3-star. Like, it was solid. I liked it. I just didn't love it. So the reviews on this, there's a lot of really good reviews, so don't let my opinion sway you whatsoever. I would recommend checking it out, especially if you're a fan of romance novels. It's the first time I ever read a book about kind of like an adult film star, which I wasn't expecting. Not a bad thing at all, but it was just, you know, took me for a loop. So then on Friday night, I started Loathe at First Sight by Susan Park, and then I finished last. And I ended up giving this one, I'm still debating honestly between a 3 or 4 because I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this. So that really just goes to show you, you know, don't rely on your expectations for everything. Number 1, I was really excited about The Roommate, thought I was gonna give it a 5 out of 5, ended up giving it a 3 out of 5. And then I read reviews for Loathe at First Sight and I was expecting not really good things, but I ended up really enjoying it because I think I knew what to expect, even though I just said don't worry about expectations. Loathe at First Sight I would not classify as a romance novel, honestly. I would classify more like as a chick lit maybe. So in this book we follow a character named Melody who works at this video game company. She got a new job. She's like, I don't know what department she's in because I don't really know much about video games, but basically the whole book is about her. She comes up with this like funny idea of a video game where girls are actually the saves the stars and it's the men that are kind of scantily dressed and have to be saved. And her company hears about it and decides to make it a game because they were really lacking on diversity when it comes to stuff like that and feministic things, and so she gets to be the head of it. So it's about her like making this video game in a world that is dominated by men, and the book is really has a lot of misogyny and a lot of just really egotistical, horrible men that just can't fathom why a woman could do anything, whether, you know, they can't figure out why she would get a promotion if she's not like sleeping with the boss, or if she's a horrible like bee, you know, there's women hardworking, what's that? So it really talks a lot about the workplace and how like just horrible it is, because she's also a Korean American, so not only is she like really judged upon for being a female in this male dominated industry, but also for also being a Korean American. So it's really hard for her. So she has to juggle with all of that, with dealing with the misogyny and like egotistical men, also dealing with the racist people in her work as well. This book is very full of that. Like the men in this book are not the best, and it's about her navigating that. So I think if you go into the book knowing it's not really romance, like the book is called Loathe at First Sight, and I don't know if I would agree with that title even. Like it's very much pitched as like a hate to love romance, which I would agree with. There is a hate to love romance, but it does not take the forefront by any means in this book. It is definitely the back burner. This one really follows Melody as, like I told you guys, she's making this video game, trying to make herself like strong and independent in this male dominated industry. And if you go into that knowing that, I think you'll enjoy it a lot more. I think the reviews have not been the best because people were expecting it to be very romantic, which I understand because honestly that's what it's pitched as. And that just goes to show you sometimes marketing is not the best for books because it's pitched as one thing to draw readers in, but it's really not one thing, which, I mean, I'm not trying to slam because I enjoyed the book. I think I would end up giving it a 4 out of 5 because I just really enjoyed reading how a video game was made, all of the components going behind it with marketing, and what this woman had to deal with. Like, oh my gosh. So her parents were very funny because they were typical Korean parents that wanted her to get married ASAP, have babies ASAP, and she's just trying to navigate the job. And like I said, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it, was pleasantly surprised because my expectations were going into this that I wasn't really gonna like it. I mean, I even told you guys the reviews weren't that great. I probably won't like it, but here I am saying that, you know, go into this not knowing that it's not really romance heavy, that it's more about kind of a woman's foray into a job full of men. But either way, I finished it and I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. So I think that's where I'm going to end this vlog at. I read 3 books. I wanted to read 4, but I just don't think that's feasible. I did start this morning A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore. Will I finish that today? Probably not. I really wanted to finish 3 books for the sake of this vlog, so that's why I really pushed myself to read those the first night, which I enjoyed. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I mean, 3 Netgalley books in 1 week is not bad. I definitely needed that because my score was okay, because my score is not the best on Netgalley. So I just filmed, that's why I look decent. Hello. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you want more kind of Netgalley vlogs in the future. And this one was kind of a shorter vlog, which I'm actually looking back on it fortunate for, because editing long vlogs is ugh. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would love to hear if you're gonna check out any of these books I talked about this week or not. And yeah, thanks for watching. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
High five.